Let me tell you something. Struggle is not the enemy, it's the training ground. Every obstacle you face is preparing you for a purpose bigger than you can imagine. You may not see it now. You may feel tired, overlooked, pushed down, counted out. But what you don't realize is this: your struggle is your preparation. You don't grow in comfort. You grow in the fire. You grow when you're tested, when you're stretched, when you're pushed beyond what you thought you could handle. See, life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you're ready for. And sometimes the only way to get you ready is to let you struggle. But here's the truth. The storm you're in right now won't break you. It will build you. That pain you're feeling, it has a purpose. That delay you're facing, it has direction. That burden you carry, it's shaping your back to carry greatness. So don't run from the hard times. Don't quit in the middle of the process. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. One day you're going to look back and realize it wasn't the easy times that made you. It was the struggle. And that's when you'll understand you were never losing, you were learning. And what you went through was just setting you up for what you were born to do. When life gets hard, most people start asking the wrong questions. Why me? What did I do to deserve this? But what if you shifted that perspective? What if, instead of seeing struggle as punishment, you begin to see it as preparation? The truth is, the difficulties you face are not here to tear you down, they're here to build you up. They're not signs that you're on the wrong path. They're proof that you're on a path worth walking. Struggles are not obstacles to your destiny. They are the very tools that are carving you into the person who can handle it. Think about it. No one becomes great without going through something. No diamond is formed without pressure. No warrior is made without battle. And no leader is born without first learning how to carry the weight of disappointment, failure, and perseverance. Your struggle is your training ground, your personal boot camp for greatness. Every hard moment, every rejection, every failure is like lifting weights in the gym, building the muscles of your mind, your spirit, and your willpower. But here's the thing, training never feels good while you're in it. It's uncomfortable, it's painful, it'll make you question your worth and test your patience, but it's necessary. Because you can't step into the life you were meant for with the mindset you had when you started. You can't carry big dreams with weak shoulders. So life lets you feel the weight now so you can hold up the blessing later. This isn't punishment, it's preparation. You're being shaped by your struggle, molded by the pressure, and made ready for what's coming next. Don't mistake the process for pain with no purpose. The heat you're feeling is refining you. The stretch you're experiencing is expanding your capacity. And the struggle you're facing today, that's the lesson that will unlock tomorrow's breakthrough. Every great person you admire, every story that inspired you came from someone who walked through fire and came out stronger. So when life hits you hard, don't hang your head, lift it up, and remember, this is training, not punishment. We all want to grow. We all want to evolve, to level up, to become stronger, wiser, and more capable. But what most people don't realize is that growth doesn't show up wrapped in comfort. It doesn't arrive on a silver platter with smooth roads and easy decisions. Growth shows up disguised as pressure, as conflict, as resistance. You grow when life stretches you beyond your limits, when the weight feels like too much, when the situation feels impossible, and you keep going anyway. That's where transformation happens. Not in the light, but in the dark. Not in celebration, but in the struggle. Pressure is the force that awakens the strength within you that you didn't even know you had. It reveals what you're truly made of. Think about it. When you lift heavy in the gym, your muscles don't grow during the lift. They grow after the stress, after being broken down and rebuilt stronger. Life works the same way. When pressure is applied, it's not there to crush you, it's there to activate you, to pull something deeper out of you, to awaken your discipline, your resilience, your grit. There are things inside you, gifts, talents, wisdom, that only pressure can reveal. See, nobody becomes powerful without first being uncomfortable. It's in those uncomfortable spaces when things don't go your way, when doors close, when people turn their backs, that you discover what's real. You find out what you're willing to fight for. You learn how to stand tall even when you feel like crawling. And somewhere along that path, in between the pain and the perseverance, you begin to grow, not just in skill, but in spirit. That's the kind of growth no one can take from you because you earned it. Pressure changes things. It turns coal into diamonds. It turns trials into testimonies. And it turns ordinary people into extraordinary leaders. But it only works if you stay in it, if you let the pressure do its job. Because when you push through, when you don't fold, when you let the pressure shape you rather than break you, that's when you rise. That's when the version of you that was always meant to be starts to show up. Pain is one of life's greatest teachers, though it rarely feels that way in the moment. When you're in the middle of it, when your heart is heavy, when your plans fall apart, when the people you counted on disappear, it's hard to believe there's any purpose in it at all. But look closer. Behind every ache is a lesson. Behind every loss is a seed of growth. Pain doesn't show up to break you. It shows up to wake you up, to push you to dig deeper, to let go of what's holding you back, and to discover strength you never knew you had. You see, life has a way of using pain to get your attention. Sometimes it's the only thing that can reach you. It forces you to slow down, to reflect, to reevaluate what really matters. And it has a way of stripping away the surface so the real you can emerge. Pain doesn't just build character, it reveals it. It brings your priorities into focus. It shows you who's really in your corner. It reminds you that you're human and that even in your brokenness, there's still power. Most of the time, we pray for breakthrough, but what we don't realize is that breakthrough often starts with brokenness. You have to be broken to become whole. You have to be stretched to become strong. And yes, it hurts. But pain has a way of shaping the soul like nothing else can. It teaches you empathy, it deepens your wisdom, it humbles your ego, and it reminds you that survival alone is a victory. Because if you can survive it, you can grow from it, and if you grow from it, you can rise above it. So instead of running from pain, listen to what it's trying to teach you. What is it revealing about your mindset, your habits, your heart? What is it calling you to change, to release, to embrace? Because buried in the pain is often your next level, your next breakthrough, your next chapter. Pain doesn't just shape your journey, it often points you to the exact place where your purpose is waiting. Sometimes the hardest part of the journey is not the pain, it's the waiting. You're doing the work, you're staying faithful, you're showing up every day with heart and hustle, but nothing seems to be moving. Doors aren't opening, prayers aren't being answered. Opportunities keep slipping through your hands. And in those quiet, frustrating moments, it's easy to think maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe it's never going to happen. But let me tell you something powerful. Delay does not mean denial. Just because it's taking time doesn't mean it's not coming. You have to understand, timing matters. And sometimes what you're asking for is ready for you, but you're not ready for it. There's still some growing that needs to happen, some healing, some pruning, some maturing. Life has a way of holding things back until your foundation is strong enough to carry the weight of the blessing. Because if it comes too early, it can crush you. But if it comes at the right time, it can elevate you. So the delay is not a punishment, it's a setup, a divine pause meant to protect you while preparing you. Think about it like this. When a tree is planted, it doesn't bear fruit the next day. First, it grows roots, deep roots, hidden roots, roots no one can see, and for a season it may look like nothing is happening. But under the surface, everything is happening. That's how life works. That season of delay is often a season of deep preparation. And when the time is right, when the roots are strong enough, then the growth will be obvious. The doors will open. The momentum will come. But only because you stayed faithful in the silence. So don't let delay convince you that your dream is dead. Don't let waiting make you give up. This season is just a part of the process, a part you don't always have to understand, but you do have to trust. Because what's for you is still for you. It didn't pass you by. It's just being aligned with the right moment, and when it hits, it'll be worth every second you waited. You might not realize it right now, but someone is going to need your story. Not your highlight reel, your story. The real one. The one with the tears, the setbacks, the sleepless nights, and the moments you almost gave up. Somebody out there isn't looking for perfection. They're looking for proof. Proof that it's possible to fall and get back up. Proof that strength doesn't mean never breaking. It means choosing to rise even when you're still healing. And one day, your testimony is going to be the lifeline for someone who's ready to quit. The struggles you're pushing through right now, the battles you're quietly fighting, the silent prayers you're whispering late at night, they are shaping a message that's not just for you, but for someone who's walking the same path you once did. You're becoming a living example of what endurance looks like, what faith looks like, what transformation looks like. And when you come out on the other side, stronger, wiser, unshaken, you'll carry a power that books can't teach and speeches can't fake. Lived wisdom. That's what people feel when you speak from your scars, not your trophies. Don't ever be ashamed of what you've been through. Don't hide your journey, your wounds, your struggles, your process. That's what makes your story relatable. That's what gives your words weight. People connect to realness. They don't need perfect. They need honest. They need someone to say, I've been there. I know how that pain feels, and I made it out. Because if you can overcome, maybe they can too. That's the spark. That's the power of your story. It inspires belief. So every day you choose to keep going, every time you push through when it would have been easier to quit, you're not just changing your life, you're building a blueprint for someone else. Your fight is not just about you, it's about the lives that will be touched, the minds that will be opened, and the hearts that will be lifted by your example. You don't even know how far your impact will reach. But trust this, your story matters. And one day it will be the reason someone else decides not to give up. So if you're in the middle of it right now, if life feels heavy, if the road feels long, if the pressure feels unbearable, hold on, don't quit, don't fold. Don't let the struggle convince you that you're not built for this, because you are. You're not behind, you're not forgotten, you're in the process, and the process is making you stronger, wiser, ready. One day, you're gonna look back at everything you fought through and realize that was your preparation. Every setback, every delay, every ounce of pain, it was shaping you, and because you didn't give up, because you kept walking, you'll step into everything that's been waiting for you. You won't just survive the struggle, you'll rise because of it. And when you do, you'll be unstoppable.